And the Trump administration is looking to bring back and expand on a rule that Congress repealed last year, requiring drug testing for unemployment benefits. This is unemployment benefits claims are at a 17-year record low, decreasing by thousands during Trump's first year in office. So what does this mean for taxpayers and those looking to hire new employees? Here to debate it is Republican strategist Chris Prudhomme and former candidate for DNC chair Jehmu Greene. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having
me. So Jehmu, unemployment benefits are meant to serve as a hand up to help get someone to a place until they're gainfully employed. Isn't making sure someone's not on drugs a good place to start?
Well, I think that we need to look at what the results of the similar policies that states that have passed these policies across the country have found, and the evidence is just not there, Lisa.
But what's wrong with it on its face, though? Would you have issue with making sure that, taxpayers aren't supporting individuals who are on drugs, or making it somehow contingent on ensuring that someone's not on drugs? What's wrong with it on its face?
It's not smart policy.
Why not?
And we have the evidence from that. In this world of polarized politics that we're living in, I get when everything falls on a partisan level, but this is an area where we actually have results from many states that have implemented these policies. And what we've learned is you don't save money. The population that you're actually testing, it has a lower drug usage rate than the rest of the country. And so what exactly is the point here? Are we drug testing industries that get subsidies? Are we drug testing any company that gets tax credits? I do think there's also a discriminatory aspect of this here.
Well,
but
Chris,
when it comes down to it, it's just not smart policy.
Chris, I want to get you in on here. Is it smart policy? What do you say to Jehmu?
So what's not smart policy is allowing children to grow up and see opportunities limited in their families, grow up obviously looking at drugs. These children should be able to grow up in prosperous environments, knowing that they can do whatever they are able to do, be in environments of prosperity. This is why it doesn't matter if it's 10, 5 states, 1 state. There should absolutely be drug tested. Welfare, I'm certainly all for helping those who need help, all for supporting those in times of need, absolutely. But what we have to do is not crutch and not allow people to be on drugs that are on welfare. Any type of drug use is certainly wrong, and you certainly should not be doing it with taxpayers' dollars.
Well, and Jehmu, another aspect of this, reportedly, is the Department of Labor opening it up so more employers or in different industries can test their employees to make sure they're not on drugs. Look, we know that high schoolers, for athletes, can be tested for drugs, even middle schoolers. What do you make of that? Are you on board with giving employers the ability to test their employees and make sure that they can do their job correctly?
Absolutely. And I think when we look at this issue of whether it is, supplemental benefits or unemployment benefits that are being given out simply on a drug test, it comes down to the fact that this population, to hear all of the conversation about making sure that they're not using drugs, seems to indicate that there's a larger problem within this community with drug usage. And that's just not the case. We know we are facing a huge drug crisis in this country, and to single out one portion of the population that is already struggling
hold on,
and in a way that doesn't actually get to the substance of the problem.
Hold on, Jehmu. I want to get Chris in here because we're running out of time. But it's not just that population. Chris, as I mentioned, there are numerous professions that require drug testing. Middle school athletes and high school athletes can be tested for drugs.
That's right.
So, what do you make of what Jehmu just said?
So look, here's the thing. You have to go to work and earn money and be drug tested. So if you're going to get free money from the taxpayers, you should absolutely be drug tested. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Does that apply to
hold on, Jehmu?
It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with being discriminated against. It has nothing to do with classes, cultures. I don't care if you're black, white, green. It does not matter. What's wrong is wrong. Drug usage is wrong. You should not be using taxpayers' dollars to do it. It's time for people to start taking responsibility for themselves and start being more engaged in prosperous lives. This is about building up a country and a nation of people that can be prosperous. And you cannot be prosperous as a child if you're seeing your environment around you with violence, domestic issues, and drug usage. It's time for
we're going to have to end it there because we're running out of time. Thank you both. We really appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thanks, Lisa.
Have a great day. Thank you.